What's going on, guys? I'm IcyRhythms. Welcome back to another video. And what in the hell is happening? I'm making a news for views video. Microsoft acquires ZeniMax, which gives them Bethesda, id Software, which also gives them access to one of the best engines ever created and one of the best pieces of technology with id Tech, Machine Games, Arcane Studios, Tango Gameworks, and with that, so many more on top of those developers. With that, I think they really just want the IPs, just to have those IPs under your Microsoft Xbox umbrella, to be able to say that, you know, on Xbox and PC, on, you know, Xbox Game Pass, you're going to be able to play stuff like the next Fallout or the next Elder Scrolls 6, which is going to be huge. It's going to be massive. I don't care how you slice it. That game is going to be a very big deal, and it seems like moving forward, people will have to buy an Xbox to play these games. So it's a great get for Microsoft and their fanboys, and it would have been, you know, a great get for Sony or Nintendo had they done something very similar. Unfortunately, the gamer in me, the pro consumer in me wants to call it down the middle and say, this is great for Microsoft and their fanboys, but for the average overall consumer, if you're like a Sony only guy and you prefer PlayStation or you prefer Nintendo or something, tens of millions of gamers that will now have to either miss out on these titles or buy an Xbox or build a pretty good PC to play them. I don't think that that's good for you guys. It's good in that, if Sony had made a move like this, say Sony were to lock up the next Grand Theft Auto or just buy Take-Two as a publisher, as a whole, that wouldn't be good for a lot of gamers because it's only going to be on PlayStation. At least with this move, that there's going to be options, and I think it would be foolish to rule out that some of the games that have already been announced and are coming in the next 4 months to 12 months, something like that, may still come to PlayStation because those deals, those partnerships are already in place. Papers and money, so on and so forth. All of that stuff's already been signed off on. So I think it's fair to say that some games will still come to PlayStation, but anything big, the next big Doom game, the next big Fallout game, Elder Scrolls 6, maybe even, Starfield, which Bethesda is hard at work on. I don't know. I can't. I think they're going to keep those games exclusive to Xbox as well as PC moving forward. And then you can say, well, it's not really exclusive because it's on more than one platform, and I agree with you. And then I start thinking about the positives, like the Evil Within 3 possibly being able to get made now, even if it's not by Tango Gameworks. You think about something massive, and I think everyone that loves Fallout and everyone that likes Obsidian, you've already thought about it. It's already ran through your head. New Vegas 2, I think that would be kind of a stupid name, but just to have Obsidian making another Fallout game, I mean, that's a big deal, because Microsoft can now say, sorry, Bethesda, we don't care what you like. We're going to let Obsidian make this Fallout game, and it's probably going to obliterate any Fallout game you've ever made. I mean, New Vegas already does, but just to think about that, I think Obsidian is going to be hard at work on, say, Avowed, and then after that, who can say? I think it's safe to assume that sometime in the middle of the generation to the end of the generation, you could get a Fallout game from Obsidian, or possibly even a collaboration, effort between Bethesda as well as Obsidian to have them both develop a great Fallout game. I think that could be really cool too, as long as they could work together. I don't want it on that terrible engine that Bethesda uses anymore. I don't know if Microsoft would even care enough to do anything about that, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for, is if Microsoft is gonna, specifically go to Obsidian and ask, hey, will you make the next Fallout game? I hope they say, okay, but we're not using that engine. And then Microsoft says, okay, no problem. Stuff like that would be great. And even if they did have to use Bethesda's engine, I'm sure it would still be a great RPG for sure. Running well and optimization and all of that. Who can really know for sure? But I don't like that engine. I'm not a big fan, so I don't want any more Fallout games, and really I'd prefer Bethesda to get off of it for Elder Scrolls 6 as well, but that's a dream. That's not going to happen. So talk about it in the comments section. Let me know how you're feeling about this deal. Microsoft, their money is long. Their money is very long, and it's a great get for them, but I just don't know if in the end, what is good? What is good? Let's think about this. What is good for Microsoft right now is this comes on the eve of when their Xbox Series S and X pre-orders go live. So now gamers know, us nerds that are always on the internet and looking into a lot of this stuff, now gamers know that Microsoft basically owns a lot of the better first-person and well-known shooters. I mean, Western RPGs, they've kind of got that on lock, even though I've yet to see Bethesda or even Obsidian, which I love, outdo anything that CD Projekt is doing. And I know Cyberpunk will tell or finish that story as to whether or not Cyberpunk can make anything outside of Witcher 3 that's worth a damn. But that would be a great get. If you're gonna spend some money, why not? Maybe CD Projekt doesn't want to be bought. Maybe they want to stay a private company, but that would be a great get for Microsoft. And in a move like that, I would have been a lot more like, this is really good for Microsoft, and I wouldn't have said much about anything else, because buying a developer here and there that are struggling to keep the lights on, or that constantly need to be making games to keep those lights on, or just have anything going on within the studio, I'm fine with that. Just trying to get a not so well-known developer's name out there by buying up their IP or the studio as a whole. Microsoft's been doing that, and they've done a great job of that. But to buy a whole publisher like this, games, they have massive, huge, well-known IPs that have been in the industry for a very, very long time, and now some gamers will not get to play any more new games from those IPs. I can't say that that's the most awesome thing in the world, if I'm being honest. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I do appreciate you watching. You guys take care. Have a good one. Peace.